Why does Lougheed feel like it was built for more people than live here today? The main street is wide, the buildings feel solid, and there's a sense that this village expected something bigger. Hello, welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. Lougheed was established in 1907 during the height of railway expansion across Alberta. It grew along the Canadian Northern Railway at a time when steel tracks determined where towns would rise. Grain moved out, supplies moved in. The railway wasn't just transportation, it was the reason Lougheed existed at all. The village was named after Sir James Lougheed, an early Alberta senator and prominent figure in the province's political development. His name connects a small rural community to a broader provincial story. But daily life here was always grounded in agriculture. Surrounding farms relied on the rail line to ship grain, and elevators once stood beside the tracks as landmarks of prairie commerce. In the early decades, Lougheed developed into a service center for those farms. Businesses lined the main street, stores, a hotel, and essential services that supported both residents and travelers arriving by train. The Lougheed Hotel still stands today, a reminder of when rail traffic brought steady movement through the town. While the original grain elevators are gone, the railway line remains, still running through the community that grew up beside it. The Lougheed School continues to serve local families and the community hall remains active. Quiet signs that the village still functions as more than a dot on the map. Like many rural Alberta communities, Lougheed changed as highways replaced rail as the primary way to move people and goods. Farms consolidated, population shifted, and some storefronts closed. So why does it still feel larger than its population suggests? Because Lougheed was built during a time of confidence, when rail expansion and agricultural optimism shaped town planning. Communities were laid out with the expectation of growth. Wide streets allowed rooms for wagons, equipment, and commercial traffic. Substantial buildings reflected long-term investment. The scale wasn't accidental, it reflected belief in the future. Today, Lougheed is smaller and quieter than its founders likely imagined, but it hasn't disappeared. It remains a working, rural community shaped by its railway origins and sustained by the surrounding land. The wide streets and enduring buildings aren't signs of something unfinished. They're reminders of the moment the village was born, when rail lines stitched the prairie together and places like Lougheed were built with confidence that they would endure. So if you enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. And you'll find Gradient Imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.